Good afternoon, residents. I want to just give you some updates since this is our monthly community update. I have had lots of questions regarding, since most of our residents took the vaccine and now have had their second dose, that when are we going to start opening our doors to visitors? So I want to tell you that obviously, as I'm sure most of you have heard on the media, that just because we've gotten the vaccine doesn't mean that now we don't have to wear masks and social distance and things like that. However, once our Polk County positivity rate is under 10%, and we use the CMS, so that's Centers for Medicare and Medicaid information, that last week I believe it was 11.4, so it updates every Tuesday. So once we get under 10% and that holds for 14 days, then we will look at beginning to open up like we did before, letting visitors come into your apartments. There'll be a certain time frame and such. They will need to wear masks, and they will need to go directly to your apartment and directly out. They will not be able to eat in the dining room yet, but that doesn't mean you can't order food and have it delivered to your apartment so you can have a meal with your family. I will be putting out a letter this week just giving you some percentages of team members and residents that did take the vaccine. And we did have a few more at this last clinic that we had, and so for those folks that was their first injection, then February 2nd, 22nd will be the time that they will have their second dose. But for the majority of our residents and team members here, they were both on schedule, so we're already past that. As far as opening, I've had lots of questions about opening residents, IL residents to lunch, and maybe some AL residents to the supper meal. When Jessica is back from vacation, we will discuss that and we'll put out a memo for that. Again, you can, as you know, we're adding more programming and things like that, but just so you know, we still need to continue to social distance and make sure that we are taking precautions. The other question that someone had brought up was getting some sort of paper shredder for Brio residents. And so I've talked to Craig a little bit about that. We're going to contact our company that we get, I believe it's called MedShred, and see if we can get a smaller one, and we would put that in the basement, like the garage, and probably closer to the elevators. So then you would have an area to take your personal papers and things, and it can be shredded and things like that. So I know most people right now, we all have cabin fever. I'm the same way. But please just continue with this COVID journey. I feel like we're getting closer to the end, but again, we want to make sure that we're taking every precaution. So when you're in the dining room, when you're walking in, please make sure you wear your mask. When you're sitting there eating, obviously you don't have to, but when you go to leave, please put your mask back on. The same thing is if someone gets up to come over to visit, or if you're going to get up and go visit another table, please make sure again that you are wearing your mask. Team members are still wearing masks. In the health center, we wear masks in shields and in assisted living. We're still taking temperatures when team members come in. They fill out the questionnaire and then temp when we leave. So we're still taking precautions, even though we're so excited that the majority of our residents and team members did take the vaccine. And like I said, this week a letter will go out with that additional information. If you have any questions regarding today's discussion, please feel free to reach out to me. I will tell you though, I will be out of the office this coming Friday, but please feel free to email me or get a hold of me before I'm out. So that's all I have today. And I will invite Maria up for her section. Thank you.
Good afternoon, when it'll be airing. Mine this month is kind of short and sweet. January was very busy with a lot of move-ins and switching of apartments, and I'll just give you the outcome to it. In independent living, the only opening we have is the 3rd floor, Templeton, room 327, and I am actively getting in contact with our waiting list, prospects, as well as recruitment. So if anyone has any questions or possibly may have some friends that may be interested in it, please come down and see me. In assisted living, we only have 2 studio apartments available right now, which is great. And I definitely have a hot lead prospect this week. So possibly by next week, we'll only have 1 studio apartment available. And that's really it. I do want to do a shout out for our virtual Connecting Our Strengths series that Brio has been hosting since November. It's the 3rd Thursday of every month from 5:30 to 6:30. If I could send out, if you're interested in it, I could send you out the link to join. We have had several residents join in with really good positive feedback. If you want additional information, come down my office and I'll give it to you. That's it, thank you.
Good afternoon. Just a few updates for you this month. Don't have a lot going on. But obviously the snow and ice continue to be an issue around campus and around central Iowa. So I just want to remind everybody, while we are out daily doing rounds looking for snow and ice, obviously as warm weather comes in and warm weather goes out, we do get that refreeze and that thaw and that refreeze again. We just want to remind everybody to be careful. We are trying to stay ahead of any snow and ice issues that are on campus. If you see something, avoid it and report it to us right away so that we can get it taken care of, so we can do what we can to help keep everybody safe on campus. I'm sure Lindsay was probably going to touch on this just a little bit, but over the course of last week we did get the fitness center floor replaced. There was definite safety issue that was starting to arise there, and we've gotten that all taken place now, or replaced now, so that activities can resume in that area. One other thing that I do want to touch on just a little bit, before COVID kind of took us out of things last year, I had started giving reports on our work orders and where we were at with certain things. So I just went ahead and pulled a quick report to get the year started off here. So at the beginning of the year, we had 33 open work orders still sitting on the work order system. Over the course of January, we had another 303 work orders come into that system. So through the month of January, we completed 320 of the total 336 work orders that we had either on the system or that came in during January. So 95.2% of those work orders have been completed over the course of a month. Reasons for work orders not having been completed would be parts on order, different things like that, scheduling conflicts with residents, and those things. Some processes that are going to be taking place this year within the facilities department, be it housekeeping, maintenance, primarily in maintenance. If your work order will not be completed within 3 days, you will have a contact from Justin or myself informing you as to the reason why. If we're not able to reach you for scheduling or something like that, we will leave notes. We've got door hangers that we will leave on your door. We just simply ask that you call us back so we can get that scheduled to get it taken care of as soon as possible for you. Most of the work orders that we did get completed in January, 60% of those work orders were completed same day. Another 10.5% were completed by the next day. So we're completing over 70% of our, right at 70% of our work orders within the first 2 days of the work orders coming in. We want to continue to increase and do better in these areas. Obviously there will be things that will hold us up from time to time, but definitely let me know if you have any questions or concerns about your work orders that are out there. Hopefully this year we will also be transitioning our housekeeping scheduling into a similar platform, so we can continue to track and keep track of those areas as other housekeeping needs might arise, things like that as well. I know there's a few of you out there that are doing a good job putting work orders in for housekeeping needs that you see around campus. Continue to do that, and I thank you for your support in this. That is all I have for today. I will let Lindsay come up.
I just have a few things to wrap up our update today. Just wanted to kind of tag on to what Craig said about the floor. Thanks to you residents who attend class for being flexible last week. We tried class in the community room, which was pretty fun to change things up. We are back in our fitness studio. If you have not been back to group exercise classes, we would love to see you in class. We have a 9 and 10 o'clock class that meets most days of the week, and our fitness center is open as well. So please let Addie and I know if you have any questions about coming back to class. We would love to see you. Valentine's Day is coming up this weekend. We are doing Valentine's Day grams like we've done in the past. So those orders are due by tomorrow, the 9th. You can order chocolate covered strawberries, carnations, and a little card to go with, and you can do a combination of any of those things. So just let me or the front desk know if you'd like to put an order in, and we will get those delivered this week. Gus is making lots of noises over there. A couple other things too. Next Tuesday, we're going to relaunch our Resident Culture Committee. For those that don't know, this is a group that meets once a month with me to give some programming recommendations or things that they would like to do around Brio. As we're adding programming, I would love to get your guys' input on things you would like to see or different ideas too. I always love hearing ideas from you guys. So that will be next Tuesday. There will be a sign up at the front desk that goes out. So sign up for that if you'd like to meet with me. And then our last thing that I have is last week I put out a little memo about technology and what you guys would like some help with. We have a volunteer that reached out to me. He is so passionate about helping older adults with technology, and I really would love for him to be able to help out here at Brio. Right now, he will not be able to come into the building, so our options will be kind of virtual. But once he's able to come in, he is going to be a great resource to you guys. But I would love to hear what you guys would need help with, maybe some programs around technology that you would like to see. That will really help me and our volunteer kind of drive our programming going forward. That is all I have. Hope you have a great rest of your Monday and stay warm.